Doing a little bit something different for today's video. Going to be filling out my NFL playoff predictions. In the comments on this video, maybe specific matchups, but especially the Super Bowl winner. Who do you think's winning the Super Bowl this year? Let us know down in that comment section. I'm interested to see who everybody picks. And I guess we'll probably just start with the wild card round, then go to the divisional. Probably not going to do NFC or AFC first. If you didn't know, I'm from Wisconsin. I'm a Packers fan. I know I got these Cardinals flags behind me and everything. My parents are from the St. Louis area, so I'm a Cardinals fan. But then they weren't really football fans too much, except my mom a little bit of Chiefs fan. So I'll root for the Chiefs every now and then. But kind of being born and raised in Wisconsin, it's in my blood, I guess, to be a Packers fan. So that's kind of what I've been my whole life. And with my parents not really being the biggest football fans, they weren't fans of the Rams at all. Just kind of ended up that being in Wisconsin, I ended up a Packers fan. So right away, I think I want to just start with the top matchups. We got the Eagles versus the Buccaneers. And I'm a very casual football fan. I don't stay super up to date, but for what I've been seeing, I think the Eagles have just been struggling towards the end of the season compared to the beginning of the season. And then the Buccaneers, pretty sure they got Baker Mayfield as their quarterback. I just don't really see myself picking against the Eagles here. I'm not sure if this is the best decision, but I'm choosing the Eagles to beat the Buccaneers. And then we're going to just do, I think, the whole NFC wild card. Then I'll do the AFC. And then maybe we'll start with the AFC for the divisional. But now we have the Rams versus the, I was about to say Tigers, man. This is football, not baseball. This is the Detroit Lions, not the Detroit Tigers. But we got the Rams versus the Lions. And I don't know. I feel like that should be a good matchup. Two pretty good quarterbacks. Lions looked pretty good this year, but the Packers did beat them on Thanksgiving. And I don't want to just choose the highest seed for every game, anything like that. But right here, I'm going to be choosing the Lions for sure. And then I'm not sure if people will agree or disagree with this. Like I said, I'm a Packers fan, but I don't know if the Cowboys have what it takes to beat the Packers. Mike McCarthy's their coach. He's probably going to be a little bit nervous facing his former team, paired with Jordan Love and the whole Packers team being the youngest in the playoffs, kind of the underdog mentality. They're riding a hot streak, a lot of big wins to end the season. And I just don't know if I can pick against the Packers here. Definitely no bias at all. It's totally not because I'm a Packers fan. Nah, man, it's go Pack go for the rest of the playoffs. We got him beating the Cowboys here in this first round. That's going to set up a matchup versus the 49ers. And then the Eagles playing the Lions. But we'll come back to that in just a second. I want to finish the AFC wildcard round now. So we have the Browns versus the Texans. And I think Baker Mayfield was quarterback of the Browns at one point. Pretty sure they got Joe Flacco right now. I think I read on Twitter that Joe Flacco has never lost a wild card game in his career. I want to say he's 4-0 or 5-0 and would maybe be the leader, the most wild card winning quarterback if he won this game. I'm going to pick the Texans though. My Twitch chat was really gassing up the Texans, so I'm going to run with it, and we're going to have the Texans beating the Browns. Now, I root for the Chiefs a little bit. My mom's a Chiefs fan. I'm a Packers fan, but since my mom is a Chiefs fan, I feel like I got to support my mom a little bit too and always be rooting for the Chiefs. With that being said, the Dolphins do have a pretty good team. I feel like you never know what's going to happen in those super crazy weather condition type of games. I think there's going to be wind chills in the negative 20 or 30s, not only in Wisconsin while I'm watching these games this weekend, but also when they're actually playing in Kansas City. And it's going to be really cold. I want to say the Chiefs players would be more used to the cold. Maybe Patrick Mahomes has a little bit more Super Bowl experience than, say, Tua of the Dolphins. But I don't think the cold weather experience will impact it as much as maybe I might think. I just also think I can't pick against the Chiefs. I'm going to have them beating the Dolphins. And then the final wild card matchup that we got to pick today, and it's the Buffalo Bills versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know if I really expected the Steelers to be in the playoffs this year. Again, I'm a pretty casual fan when it comes to the NFL, but I didn't really think going into this season that the Steelers had a playoff caliber team. I'm kind of thinking maybe I felt similar to the Packers. I just really didn't know. I had no clue what to expect. I think the first few weeks, my expectations rose a lot. And then once the Packers went on that losing streak, maybe they went down, but then they slowly went back up. And I don't think I could choose the Steelers here. That'd be cool if they won, I guess, but I'm going to be choosing the Bills, have them matching up versus the Chiefs in the divisional round. And then we got Texans versus the Ravens. And let's just start with the AFC divisional round. Ravens versus Texans. I don't know, man. The Ravens are the #1 seed for a reason. For me, it's easy choosing the Ravens here. Maybe it's not going to be as easy for everybody else, but I'm going to choose the Ravens right there. And I've watched the Chiefs play this year a little bit. I've watched the Bills play this year a little bit. And I think I even saw the Chiefs play the Bills once or twice this season. I'm not saying Josh Allen is not a good quarterback, but to me it seems like the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes just overall have more of what it takes to win a playoff game. It almost seems like they want it more. I'm not saying Josh Allen doesn't want it, but to me it always seems like the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes want it a little bit more than the Dolphins, but maybe I'm just saying that. I'm a very casual fan. We got the Packers versus the 49ers. It's go Pack go. 49ers kept beating the Packers. Aaron Rodgers were never able to beat him in the playoffs. Jordan Love, it's a new era in Green Bay, and the Packers, Jordan Love, are taking the 49ers down to make it to the NFC Championship. And then we got Eagles versus Lions, and I think this should be a good game. The Eagles maybe barely pulled it out versus the Buccaneers, and the Lions have maybe been watching a lot of film. They've been seeing the Eagles lose. They're realizing what other teams were doing to beat the Eagles. They studied it a lot on plane rides and all that, and now the Lions are going to beat the Eagles and match up against the Packers in the NFC Championship. So we have Packers versus Lions, a rematch of Thanksgiving Day. It's going to be in Detroit, and the Lions are looking for revenge, but the Packers, they are just riding what would probably be the hottest streak of their season. Nobody's taking down the Packers. I just don't see it in these playoffs. This is definitely not going to age poorly. And then we have the Chiefs versus the Ravens, and Patrick Mahomes, he just really wants to win a Super Bowl this year, so he is going to lead the Chiefs, him and Taylor Swift's boyfriend, over the Ravens. And then we got the Chiefs versus the Packers. My mom's a Chiefs fan. I'm a Packers fan. And I love you, Mom, but it's go Pack go for the entire playoffs. The Green Bay Packers will be your Super Bowl 58 champions. You heard it here first. Now, who knows? This bracket could end up being 100% perfect, or I guess I could get every single pick wrong. But regardless, no matter what happens, I'm just excited for playoff football. This is such a fun time of year. It's been snowing a lot. It's pretty cozy in the crib here in Wisconsin, and I'm excited to just watch some playoff football, and I'm really hoping that we see a lot of Packers wins in the playoffs. I really can't wait to see what y'all think's gonna happen. Your Super Bowl winner, just playoff predictions, maybe brackets and stuff like that down in the comment section. And regardless of what happens, I think it's fun to do these brackets. Even if you do end up getting everything right, everything wrong, it's kind of fun to look back on once the Super Bowl's come and gone, once the playoffs are over, and just look back on this and see how we did, see what picks we got right, if any, and just see overall how the bracket went. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We should probably be back with some MLB The Show in tomorrow's video. Wanted to switch it up a little bit for today's. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your weekend, and good luck to your favorite football team. Unless you're a Cowboys fan, then I'm sorry, but go Pack go.